Xauusd Hub, RSI divergent, demand and supply strategy. So we want to dive in to make a quick intro and to let you know how we manage to spot this thing in a very dynamic manner. We'll look at the structure and give you a clue as to how this thing functions. We have here an ascending trend line with a break of a structure for the RSI divergence indicator, the most powerful indicator you can find on TradingView. What makes RSI divergent very powerful is it allows you to apply your knowledge of market structure. What are we looking for? Demand and supply, break of structure, retests, trend. Is it ascending or descending? Support or resistance? These are all we are looking for. So we are looking for multiple things in the financial market. The most important thing we look out for is break of structure. Very important to see when price transition from demand floor to supply roof. We can see here this price action was predicted exactly based on the strategy, and we will do a final revision before we put our eyes off and tell you where next market will react. And on technical, we expect here this is a demand floor, demand floor, demand floor, demand floor, demand floor, break of a demand floor. Price returns to supply roof on retest RT1. This is RT2. This is RT3. And this is the final drop, 400 pip drop. To the roof, a previous high, we connect it with this structure, a break of structure retest. This is a resistance structure. A resistance structure was broken. The boat has given us an ascending trend line. This is not descending, this is ascending with a minimal angle of elevation. Price have come here, broke the structure retest, and price came back. And if we track it on a horizontal level, we will also find that we have a support at this level. Now we have double confluence. A horizontal demand floor meets an ascending demand floor. This is double confluence DC. Price has shot from 2,710 into 2,720 100 peak move in a single candle. It's a rejection, close of time rejection. So this is the strategy. And when you come back, you look at it from the RSI divergent. We have here a structure, a break of structure and a retest, and price came back, retested the structure and broke the structure, came back on retest, broke the support structure and came back again and retest. Now we have our ascending trend line with these two structures. 1, 2, 3 gives us a structure. Look at it. 1, resistance structure. 2, resistance structure. 3, support structure. Break of a resistance structure becomes a support structure. Break of a supply roof, price on demand. Break of a demand floor, price return to resistance structure, supply roof. Now price is setting up for sell. When you see price return to supply roof, it's setting you up for sell. So every time price touches the roof, it's a sell because of the bias, change in bias from demand floor to supply roof. We had another touch on that ascending trend line on the RSI divergent. Price return here on sell. And we return again finally on final sell. And if you look at it, there's a vertical correspondence. You will see price corresponding with, look at here, we formed a double top. What did we do? We smashed from 2,758 into 2,760 after price formed a double top from the RSI divergent. And when you look, we have another structure. I will change the color to red. Let's change the color to red for sell. Let's change it to make it bold. So we have a resistance structure here, and we need 2 points, 2 or 3 points to draw our trend line. 2 or 3 points. We already have this. Now you see price broke this structure, this resistance structure, and retested. This is a retest. When a return, as this is a demand now, a support structure, price went up, met a resistance structure, broke the structure. What structure was broken? A demand floor and came to retest. When you look up, you will see it. Price has formed a double bottom, a double top, sorry. So on the double top, first leg, second leg, boom, price has dropped. And you can see it, and you see the correspond after the first leg, the second leg, price has dropped. So this is how we we manage to look at it, and from the bottom, we can also picture a possible. Let's see if we can find a possible breakout structure from the downside. We have here support structure, the break of a support structure, a retest. So we also have a floor here. We have a floor. We have a floor. We have a floor here. Let's make a zoom to it. The possible trigger. So if price returns to this level, you will be looking for a buy. So on technical, it looks like SAUUSD still have more room down since we are using a combination of the RSI divergent demand and supply to the normal chart demand and supply strategy to guide our trading bias. So we want price to return into this level. A return into this level, we look out for more confluence. The higher your confluence, the greater the probability of trade. We have a structure here. I can see a structure in this place. I can see a structure. Let's see what we can make out of this structure. I can see a structure there. I can see a structure there. I can see a structure. I can see a structure. I can see a structure. I can see a structure with one invalidation. It's okay. We can manage it. We can manage it. If we have only one invalidation, that is not bad. We can manage it. If we have only one invalidation, that is not bad. Invalidation of strategy, one is not bad. So let's spot it and see what we are seeing and show it. We have here resistance structure, resistance structure, price on supply roof, another resistance structure. We have here demand structure, and we have here another demand structure. Only one invalidation of strategy. But if you look at it technically and make a zone out of it, price broke from a demand floor and came back on retest and came back again to use the demand floor after the break of a supply roof to become a demand floor, and price above broke the structure, consolidated for a while, broke out from a descending trend line, a break from a supply roof to demand floor. And when you look up, uptick started after this breakout from here. SAUUSD started moving up. Look at the structure. It started moving up. So we can also find out, be guided by the demand and the supply. So the same way we have here, we create a demand and a supply. When price return here is a buy. Price return here form a double bottom, a bullish price action, indicating a more bullish day to come. And when you correspond it with the chart we have in the main screen, price is uptrending. When we return again to the same RSI divergent ascending trend line, what do you have here? A buy. And before we broke the structure. So after breaking out from this structure, automatically you'll be setting your mind up for a sell. So the next possible retest in the area of supply becomes a sell. So that was why after price forming a double top, you can see the double top, first touch, second touch, and price drop. So this is how we use RSI divergent in combination with demand and supply, trend line, SR, break of structure, retest. They are all applied and fundamental analysis to guide trading bias. So in this case now, we look at it holistically to see where price may possibly return to have a 4 hours break of structure after price formed a descending trend line with a successful breakout. So we expect price to return on a breaking supply as a demand. So will this happen? Yes, ultimately it will happen. So price coming down here is a decent breakthrough. It's a decent breakthrough. So price at this level will be a drop of gold below 2,614. This is a very valid sell region. We've retested after the breakout. You can see resistance structure, resistance structure, resistance structure, resistance structure, serving as a supply roof. We are the supply roof, and this baby always tell us what to do, always tell us what to do through structure. This baby will always tell us what to do through structure, structure. Structure never lies. Any other person can lie, the structure will never lie. So now you see a breakout from supply roof, price return on demand. So what do we have here? Demand floor. Takes time for this level of mastery. So you see it, now price has moved. So that was a major move. And this move wouldn't have happened without the presence of double confluence. What is double confluence here? We have here, we have here ascending trend line, a previous resistance structure, break of the resistance structure, retest. So we are coming to the next possible buy idea with a very strong evidence. Without evidence in this market, without evidence in the financial market, you will be wrong, especially if you're an equity manager. A huge equity manager deals with investments of other people. You must work with evidence. We have here resistance structure, break of a resistance structure, retest, a switch from supply to demand, and price push on return closer to the same zone. We had a buy, and price return again. We have a buy. So we can make a zone with a full expectation that price will fall into this net. This is a very strong price action. I'm not telling you to believe, I'm telling you to know. I'm telling you to know that here is an area of strong value. So when price return here, boom, demand. Price return here, demand. So break of the structure. After breaking the structure, we met a long-term play. That long-term play, we know where it started from. We know, and let's go to it and picture it out. We have a structure here. The structure we have here, we're going to push it up, and we are waiting for price to return to this level. We are patiently waiting for price to return to this structure, where we have a support structure, break of a support structure, retest, break of a resistance structure, retest, retest, break of a support structure, retest, switch from supply to demand, demand, break of a demand structure, retest, break of a resistance structure, price return on demand, first demand, second demand. So we're expecting the third demand. The third demand will be a decent buy. After price forming a double bottom, do a W and move, break of a neckline, retest the neckline, and it's off by over 700, 800 pips. We expect price to return to this level. And we can also see its correlation in RSI divergence, the most powerful indicator in these two. The most powerful indicator is RSI divergence. What makes it the most powerful indicator? Because it requires a technical analysis, technical understanding of structure of the market in order to be able to use it effectively. So we want price to play back in 2000. A play back in 2000 will give us a bullish reaction. So we want a price play back into this way. Let price play back into the demand floor. If you play back into here, what is the evidence? It becomes a psychological ascending line. A previous supply route becomes a demand floor. Test one, test two. So if price returns here again, we'll have a buy. So but we're looking for a double confluence because we have another structure. So if price continue to play full, it will come to a point that the both of them will meet two ascending trend line. Ascending one means it becomes a double confluence for another uptick. So this floor is very important. So we are going to shade it so that you keep your eye glued. Don't lose sight on this. Don't lose sight on this structure and make it a big boss. So you go replica it and don't lose sight on it. Don't lose sight on it. Yes, these are two important structures to look. So when price return here, we expect it to do the same thing to give us a similar bullish reaction. It makes a decent risk to reward ratio. drop, and look up again. This is what we expect based on the structure of the market. So we we now look at it. Now you can see resistance structure, break of a resistance structure, retest. We came here, retest, broke the structure, price return on demand, but so we want price to return back into 2,659. This makes a decent sense. It makes a decent sense to wait for price at this level. And when you look now, price has broken out from another ascending trend line after the 420, 400 pip drop. A 400 pip drop. Ladies and gentlemen, gold correction looks imminent. Yes, based on structure. Can you see again? You can see a break of structure, a clean break of structure of 4 hours. Now, if the 4 hours candle closes, the 4 hours candle closes below this line, it's a signal of a heavy bearish impulse to come. You can see the trend, you can see it. Demand floor, demand floor, demand floor, demand went, break of a demand floor, is automatically switching to supply roof. To the upside, we have a supply roof after the break of a previous high. Now, price is facing resistance, meaning that price could technically be looking up. And when you look at the other side divergence, we are not yet at the floor. We are not yet at the demand floor. It's expected that price push into this place to give us a rally. A push into the floor from the other side divergent will also mean that price may continue to touch down to look for a very strong demand floor for uptick. So we are looking at it with a more critical observation, and we believe that this line is very critical. After a breakout from this structure, we want price to return to this level. So we'll see how the RSI translates and be able to interpret the main chart. So for here, I think the analysis are spot on, and it's more like you know it's more like storytelling for me. It's more like storytelling. So don't take it very serious. So we see here, so we want price to play back into this place, and we are seeing a very strong rejection by close of the hour candle. So we want to see how the candle closes and see the reaction. But for now, the the bearish impulse remains. And you look at the long-term ascending trend line. Look at the breakout. A breakout from a support structure, return to supply roof 1, supply roof 2, supply roof 3, sell off, and price has returned to another structure. What do we have here? It's a resistance structure, supply roof, and the return to here, break of the structure, price came what on demand, and on here we have multiple confluence buy. A horizontal support structure meet an ascending trend line. That ascending trend line had a switch from supply to demand. After the break of structure, price tested here on demand and came back on a secondary test, and price had gave a 100p push. So this is what it is. So let's see how it closes tomorrow. So what we expect now is for the market to reset. For the market to reset, you cannot anticipate. We are not having a strong structure from anywhere here. There's no strong structure. The only thing we can see here as structure will be a small, tiny horizontal support at this level. We have a small horizontal support at 2,681. So be mindful of it, that a price action might trigger there, and I will also tell you why a price action might trigger there. We'll have a supply roof, break, supply roof test, break of a supply roof, price is coming back here on a retest. So if we continue to fall, this will be an area where you will find support. So we'll change the color to blue. So this is all we have for now, and it's been um, it's been a time learning. The most important thing is to learn. Don't be eager to chase money. Acquire knowledge. The future is bright. You have a long life to live. Focus on the knowledge and don't go for the money. Because the more knowledgeable you are, the more guaranteed your future will be. Understanding the financial market and the ability to interpret the financial market accurately matters. And it takes time. So as time goes on, you develop a strategy. The idea of this educational series is to guide you into what you're doing. Are you a trend trader? Are you an indicator trader? It doesn't matter what you do. Understand market from our perspective, Shabby FS Hub perspective. So this our strategy is for free. So we'll never reach out to you for any solicitation for anything, just to learn for free. So we believe that it's going to help your trading game if you incorporate our strategy. Do share, like, and recommend. Give us a thumbs up to encourage us do the best. Thank you.